Hi everyone, so this is your mid-month readings for all Libras for the month of June 2017. Your monthlies still apply. Monthlies can apply for anywhere from a month up to 3 months, can even go to 6 months. It all depends on where you're at energy-wise, because energy is like, my phone's just going off. It's been chaotic today. It's been like this all week, where energies can repeat themselves. It's kind of like a time loop, okay? So like if you haven't learned the lesson, or your energy hasn't changed, elevated, the frequency hasn't vibrated differently, you kind of get stuck in like a time loop where it just keeps replaying and replaying and replaying, right? Over and over again. I mean, you can even move and change your circumstances and situations, but I mean, if the work's not done internally, okay, because spirituality is done, it's about internal, right? The removal of ego and pride, okay? So like, usually when we get stuck, it's because we're not facing something, right? It's our ego and pride that are blocking us, right? We're in denial, a refusal of something. So the ego and pride will block us, right? And I mean, if you want to look at it from like a religious, if you're Catholic or Christian or whatever, then the devil, right? Like the devil wants to trap you. The devil wants to make you think that this is it. This is what you got. This is what you got. These are the cards you got dealt, and this is what you got to deal with. You know, it doesn't work like that. The devil traps you in your mind, right? Like your mind is your most powerful tool. All right. Once you learn how to free it, then you're able to make all sorts of connections and do all sorts of things that you wouldn't believe. You're only limiting yourself with what you believe, right? So a healthy belief system and healthy values, right? Like the ego and pride will block us from our beliefs. They will make us think that what we believe is true. And like if we have unhealthy beliefs, then that's gonna show through in our life. You know, it's like, so keep that in mind, you guys, because sometimes like if you find that things aren't resonating with you, then you might still be at, you know, there's something that you haven't done yet, you know, like internally. And the thing with the ego and pride is, right, it'll really piss us off, and that will send us into the denial because we don't want to face things, right? Truth hurts. It does hurt, right? Like, but it's necessary, you know. Like with Sages, fell reverse. With Sages, okay, you ever seen that show Touched by an Angel? It was out like long time ago, right? Like everybody thinks the Sag is so like optimistic and happy and perky, and I mean that's not the case. Sages go through a lot, right? They're kind of like Xena or Hercules. They got to experience things, and then they have to alchemize it, and that's not easy by any means. But in that show Touched by an Angel, that's basically what Sagittarius is, right? Like Sagittarius is the truth. In that show Touched by an Angel, the person would usually like die or have an incident, which is like Scorpio, right? It's like the dark night of the soul. The soul, when Scorpio comes into your life, it's either like the powers that be think you're worthy and they're testing you, or you're not worthy and you're being tested and you're given redemption. You know what I mean? But you got to make it to the Sag, right? Like, and then when you make it to Sag, it's like Touched by an Angel, where the angel shows you your reality. You know, shows like in that show, it would show people how greedy and inappropriate they were in life, and it would show them what their beliefs and values were, and they weren't healthy, or like that they were taking things for granted. And then if the person, well, in the show, obviously, because it was a TV show, the person always graduated, right? Went to Capricorn, and when you go to Capricorn, you get your success, right? Like with Saturn and Sagittarius right now, their belief system and everything's being torn apart. Like it's not just Sag is suffering, everybody's experiencing that energy, right? They got a lot of abundance, a lot of expansion going on. But a Sag will come into your life, and that's what a Sag does, is they show you the truth, right? Like that's why they're like so blunt and honest. People think they're blunt. It's like, it's not, they want to be like that. That's what their gift was given, you know? Like that's their gift. Just like a Libra's gift is partnerships, you know? Like, and that's a beautiful thing, that they can treat people when they're operating from their higher vibration, right? Everybody has a high vibration and a low vibration, right? Like, so when a Libra's at their high vibration, it's nothing but rainbows and butterflies they can supply to the world, you know? Like, you guys would make great agents, by the way. Like the best agents. You guys are good talkers, you know what I mean? Like, so we got a bunch of cards that fell out. So let's see, the first cards we have was the Two of Cups. We have the Empress, we have the devil. Okay, and this is going like the devil, like I'm getting like, it's like I was saying earlier about like being trapped in your mind, right? The devil will trap your mind. You're not trapped. There's always a solution, okay, Libras? And I feel like some of you Libras are looking at problems, not solutions. Okay, when you get a problem, again, this is what Sag does, okay? When they get a problem, they're not, okay, they do look at what caused the problem because they want to make sure that it doesn't happen again, but they look for the solution, okay? Because there's nothing they can do about the situation that happened. It already occurred. It already happened. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do about it, but you can change how you react to it and what you're going to do about it. All right? Like that's what you, okay, like you got a problem, now you focus on the solution. Okay? Okay, the problem, worrying about the problem, how you're going to handle the problem, like that's not going to do anything. The solution, you have this problem, now what's the solution to it? Okay? Like sitting on the solution, thinking you're trapped, like with the problem, that's not a solution, right? A solution is looking outward, okay? It's foresight. It's looking ahead. How do I get, this is the move. It's like playing chess. This is the move I have to do to get here. You know, like in chess, you have to be really good about predicting the next person's move. You know what I mean? You also have to be able to predict your safety too, like to your move and then keeping your pieces safe so that person can't kill your piece, right? Like there's a sense here that you guys gotta start doing that. You know what I mean? You can't, like, your board is just stuck. Like you have all the pieces on it, but you're not making a move. You're just stuck is what I'm getting, right? Like you feel trapped, okay? And we have the Four of Cups here. Okay, so the Four of Cups is like, you guys, what I'm getting, okay, is you can get very emotionally off balance, okay? Like this is like taking it to the extreme too. Like you're extremely getting off balance. Okay, you have an addiction, okay, and addictions come in all forms. So like an addiction could be even like tarot videos, okay, watching too many tarot videos, okay, and I've said this before, like there's a lot of people out there that, you know, they have gifts and abilities and they could be good, yes, but there's always good and bad in life. There are people out there that haven't done the work on themselves and they could just confuse you. If you're watching too many videos, then that can confuse you. I mean, this came in reverse, and if you look at it in reverse, that's not a very good person, you know. Like it kind of seems like, you know, like what I'm seeing is like Mr. Burns, you know, from The Simpsons, where he's like excellent, you know, like I'm seeing that, you know, where be careful about the information you're taking in, right? Like it could even be the devil, like you feeling trapped. You're not trapped. You always have an option. You always have an option. You just got to search for it, all right? Like, and you got to get a clear mind about it. In the past, you guys had, like, you have, okay, with the Two of Cups, a lot of people are like, oh, that's a relationship card. It could be, you know, for some people it could be. But to me, it's like, what I'm getting from the card, it's like, it's also like the soulmate card, okay? And when you say soulmates, people are all like, oh my God, you know, like this is the one. No, it doesn't always. Some soulmates are there to teach you lessons, okay? They're not pleasant soulmates, you know, they'll be the person that cheats on you or whatnot. Some soulmates are your best friends. Some soulmates are just meant to come into your life to, as teachers. Some soulmates are even children or a dog, you know what I mean? So you have somebody that is connected on your soul level, which means those people are just meant to come into your life for a certain amount of time to direct you on your path. Okay, so you've had that in some manner. Okay, so it could be an incident or something. There was a person who came into your life to help you, and with the Empress here, it's to help you create, right? Like it's to help you move forward. The Empress is the ultimate mother, you know what I mean? She takes care of every aspect, right? The Empress has all abilities in her. She's earth, wind, fire, and water. She's got all of those in her, you know, so she knows how to equally use all of those. Okay, so this person came into your life to try to teach you that, is what I'm getting. Or this incident came into your life to get you on that, is what I'm getting. Okay, so presently, for others of you, you're feeling quite abundant. This is the energy that you're going to get. Like the universe is going to bring you, is what I'm getting. Okay, and you're going to really need it to fight this, because this is not something that you're going to, in some people's cases, it's going to be a temptation that comes to you. Okay, like in some manner. And it could be as simple as an example I'll give is like the universe is going to test you, right? So it could be like going out with your buddies, and then you're all sitting there and they're drinking, and you got work tomorrow or a big event, and or maybe these buddies just drink quite often, and you're there with them and you have 1 or 2 drinks, right? And they got like pictures going. Are you going to stay and overindulge with them and let things get out of hand, or are you going to have that resilience and that ability to resist and not go overboard and say, okay, well, I got stuff to do, nice talking to you guys, and like temper it, like balance it, and just have those 2 drinks and go away, there's a medium, a balance, because with the 4 of Cups here, you can get really off balance emotionally, okay? Like your emotions are like, I'm getting like, they're just like, I can't tune into that card because of the way that the energy is, right? Like, and I deal with energy, so I can get trapped into a specific energy, which can take me a while to clear out, right? I'm a healer, where I'm not like, I don't know what other people do, but I know my energy is like, I can take on energies and I can remove them in some cases, but in some cases I can get stuck in them. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to take on those energies personally. You know what I mean? Like, the next card we have is the Chariot. We got the Fool. We have the Hermit. This is a Virgo. We have the 6 of Cups. Okay, so this person could be a woman. Give you gifts, like small gifts, I'm getting. Okay, and gifts come in all forms. It could be emotional support. It could be an earthly matter, an offer. If you focus too much on the past, okay, then the 4 of Cups is really going to affect you, okay? I am getting that you are going to be tested. Something's going to come in and test you emotionally, all right? Like, you need to watch what you're doing here. The Hermit is like, you need to be going inwards. Okay, you need to get in tune with yourself. Like, again, the outside influences can't affect you guys, all right? Like, you really need to stem from yourself. If you have to shut the world out for a little bit, then that's what you have to do, right? Don't reminisce on the past. Something could come up from the past that is going to test you, is what I'm getting. Okay, what you need to do is face your emotions, you guys, okay? Or face the fact that there's some imbalance and then fix it. You can't avoid it, all right? Like, it's saying that you can't avoid it. Take that step. Take that new beginning, okay? Recognize what the problem is and then look for the solution, okay? Like, recognize it. Take the chance. You got the Fool here. You got to take the chance, all right? Understand that you're on a journey, okay? If you've separated from somebody, then you're on a journey, all right? Like, you have the guidance here. You're being guided, all right? Like, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so when you decide to take the leap or face the facts, the new beginning, you'll get a new beginning. It's possible though. Okay, that depends on how you handle things. The cards never interfere with free will. All right, you make that decision yourself. So like, the cards next month could come up with the same outcome, because like, the work hasn't been done. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on how you handle things, right? Like, and the cards are basically saying that you have to recognize some things, like, and you have to reflect and notice them, right? Because the situation's not going to get better, and this is all about internal. It's basing on internal, because once you fix the internal issue, okay, you found the root problem, all right? Like, then you can fix the situation and ensure it doesn't happen again. Okay, it could take like three days, to come to terms with it. Some of you guys got built up emotions, so if that's the case, then you need to be watching a really sad movie and cry it out. You know what I mean? Even if you can't face the facts, okay, well then trick your mind into it by watching a sad movie and getting those tears out, okay? And if you have to watch 2 to 3 movies until all the tears are out, then that's what you have to do. You got to get that emotion out. You got built up emotion and it has to get out. You have to recognize it. You can no longer avoid it, okay? Like, and here's the thing, you guys, you already have the knowledge and wisdom. You already know what personal issue is. You already know what it is. You have the truth. You already know it, yet you're not dealing with it and you don't want to face it, okay? Like, you're pushing it. It's not like it's in your unconscious mind. It's conscious. You're aware of it. So this means that you're using things to avoid it, all right? Whether, like I said, watching too many different tarot videos, that'll screw with your mind, man. That'll, like, you have to pick a certain few that resonate with you and that are healthy for you, and then stick with those ones, you know. Then maybe down the road, if you no longer resonate with you, then search for the ones that do. But like, if you got too many, like, there's too much outside influence coming in, like, too much. Like, this could be social media too. You're looking at the appearance of what other people have, how they're doing things, and you want to do it like them. You can't do that, all right? A star's not going to shine being like everybody else. A star shines because it's separate, it's on its own, it's unique, it's an individual, it does its own thing, okay? Everybody has the ability to be a star. It's just the fact, okay, I've brought this up too, like, this is coming through. There's usually, like, certain signs get, like, synchronicities where, okay, Libra, everybody has their own paper. Okay, we all, like, in life, okay, we all have our own exam. It's like our own journey, okay? Like, and if you're looking at somebody else's paper, their exam is different than your exam, okay? No two people in life have the same exam, okay? Like, they might, a few of them, when they cross paths, they might get similar questions on their paper, metaphorically speaking here, you know, because their paths are meant to intertwine. But, like, everybody has their own paper, their own exam. So if you're looking at somebody else's paper and, you know, writing those answers down on your paper, you're going to fail your exam, because life has their own exam for you. Yours is different than that person, right? So you got to be you. You got to stay true to you, is what the cards are saying, all right? Like, focus on you here, okay? This is your time, Libra. You got Jupiter still in Libra, all right, for a little bit here. We got to use this, all right? This is like, don't fight the change. You're good, like, with Jupiter being in Libra, like, there's expansion, there's new people coming in your life, new belief systems, new opportunities, you know, like, and things are going to happen quick and frequently. If you haven't taken up on those opportunities, right? And Sagittarius is a very, it's a mutable sign. It's very interchangeable. You know, like, it changes and adapts to its surroundings as it's happening, because it's mutable. It has to, right? Like, with Jupiter in Libra, okay, if you haven't taken advantage of what Jupiter has offered you, it's leaving shortly, okay? And the universe is all about giving, okay? It's not about taking, it's about giving. So the universe, like, at the last bit of it, is really going to force it into your face. It's going to, like, try to shove it down your throat. Like, you got to do something. You got, because it's going to, it wants you to take those opportunities. So it's going to bring it in full force, like, for you to take it on. Like, you got to start doing it, right? Like, so it's going to put pressure on you the more you're trying to avoid it. And there's an avoidance happening in the cards here, is what I'm getting, okay? Some of you might have to take a trip. It is saying you could take a trip. Some of you guys have a new opportunity. In general readings, I get so much, and it happens so quickly, and I deal with energy, so, like, I could bounce around, but it's just I'm not like everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, I do things my way. I can't do it the way everybody else does it. If that's what you're used to, then I don't know what to say. This is the way I do it. It's just energies, right? So it's like, the cards are they're just there to, like, help me receive energies. So if I bounce around, it's because I'm picking up on different energies, right? So for some of you guys, you're going to get a new opportunity to partner with somebody. Some of you, like, I get this a lot with Libras traveling back and forth. Maybe somebody's even a truck driver. But for work, I'm getting traveling back and forth for work. You might have to do that. You guys are quite abundant, okay? Like, you have with the Empress here, you got really positive cards, okay? So, like, it's basically like what I was saying about Jupiter in Libra, like it seems you're fighting it. You're fighting the changes. You're fighting the new opportunities. And it can be hard. Jupiter's a hard energy to deal with because it's like a lot of change, and it's fast. It's a lot of options. You know what I mean? It can mess with the mind. You know what I mean? But it's like almost like the universe. For some of you guys, you haven't taken what they've offered you, and so like I'm getting a mix with the really positive and then like the negative. It's like you're fighting Jupiter's blessings. Like you're fighting it. And Jupiter's in Libra only for a year. You know what I mean? Like, and we're heading to the end of it. So like it's like the universe really is trying to like in the Chariot, like it's here, and you're looking away from it. Like you don't want it. Like you don't want it. Like it could be too overwhelming for you. Don't fight it though. It's like it's going to be quite change is the hardest thing for people, you know, and it's why I got into being a change agent. And it's why I learned a lot of psychology and consumer behavior and marketing and stuff like that, it's like people have these safety, it's like the brain goes into a safety mode, right? Like we almost digress to it, animal instincts, and everybody has a different animal. That like spirit animals, you can go into spirit animals. Just trying to see if I could pick up an animal here. Okay, for some of you, it would be wise for you to look up elephant, the spiritual meaning of the elephant, because I think that would have some references to you guys. For some of you guys, it'll like explain a bit to you. Some of you guys are going to be getting gifts, right? Like small gifts of kindness, kind acts. It could be emotional support. It could be actual like friendship support. Wisdom and knowledge is given, you know, like, and that's a gift itself. You know what I mean? Like that's a very precious gift. You can't put a price tag on knowledge and wisdom. You know what I mean? Like, but it's saying to stay really self-focused. Okay, be careful of not being taken advantage of at work. This could also mean that like you guys are obsessed with work, with money, right? Like don't let money, you know, like money is one of those things where if you have an unhealthy attachment to it, it'll rule you. All right, and it'll rule you not in a positive way, right? Like it could really take hold of your life and own you like the devil, you know, like the devil owns you if you think that money is the means to all ends, you know. Like you got to reflect though. It's saying really reflect, okay? Like you have the knowledge and wisdom, you have the guidance, all right? Like you have everything you need to start your journey in your boat. You have it all, okay? Don't fight it. Like Jupiter's bringing you abundance. Don't fight it. Just accept it, okay? And if the situation doesn't go as planned, that's okay. Jupiter will give you another opportunity, all right? Jupiter's all about opportunity. It's all about abundance, you know what I mean? And it just went direct, okay? So with it being, this is probably why I'm getting the Jupiter. Oh, check it. A lady just left a comment and it says, Jupiter went direct today too. Look at that. That's pretty awesome, right? I think on my Pisces video, her name's Divine something. I can't pronounce that. Yeah, good timing. She's a Pisces. Typical Pisces. They're magical, mystical creatures, man. Man, she probably just dropped that in my head too. But with Jupiter going direct today, that means that it's like, okay, I think you might only have like 4 months left of Jupiter. It could be a little bit longer. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it was September though. But don't quote me on that. I've been a little lazy on my astrology because I'm busy. But it's going to be the final push now. You know what I mean? So if you've been avoiding things, it's going to bring it a lot to you at once. Okay? So you got to be balanced. Meditation, reading books, taking salt baths, cleanse the body, whatever you got to do. Okay? Taking a little vacation to yourself. Staying at a hotel, reading a book by the pool for one day. If that's what you have to do, you have to do that, okay? But face the facts, okay? You got the truth. It's going to come through. You got to face it. Yeah, okay? You guys don't focus on the sadness, okay? Because that's only going to bring more sadness in, okay? So think about positivity, think about opportunities, okay? Like, don't focus on the past, focus on the future, okay? What can you do to make the situation better, okay? Even if it's just one small step, it's one thing a day, all right? Like, you got to reflect though, okay? Like, you can't be in denial, it's saying, okay? It's also saying, stay true to yourselves, okay? Because for some of you guys, you're on the right path, right? You got everything you need, okay? Just don't let the, don't get trapped in your head. Don't let the devil make you think you're stuck when you're not stuck, or you're not worthy when you're perfectly worthy. Every person out there is worthy of getting what they want and should get what they want, right? It's just a matter of the mindset. What you think about, you bring about, okay? So if you're thinking negatively, I want you to say that to yourself. What you think about, you bring about, okay? I want you to remind yourself of that. But it's saying in the last part of the month, it wants you to really go focus inwards, okay? Don't react outwardly, internal. You got to be focused on your internal self here. All right, you guys, hopefully that helped you out, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.